Yes, hello, welcome back to Bob Singh Oval. It is finals day here in the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship, our open age national final. Just moments away, New South Wales country taking on Western Australia. New South Wales country finishing top of the table in the open women's, courtesy of 5 straight wins. They're undefeated so far this tournament. Western Australia, the defending champions, they finished in second spot on 9 points, courtesy of their draw with the First Nations Gems. Adam Santarossa here with you in commentary, alongside Meg Ward. Meg, what a day we've got on the Gold Coast and what action we have to come.
4-day tournament. I've absolutely loved it. Very grateful to be here, watching some awesome talent come through, which is exciting for the NRLW. WA always show up every year. Very strong team. New South Wales country new to the competition, so to top the table, great effort by them, and I'm looking forward to this game. We're going to have a great matchup.
As I mentioned, Western Australia defending champs, so we look at the table here, 5 wins for New South Wales country. They did defeat Western Australia in the pool stage, but it matters little now. It's the final. All that matters is the next 40 minutes. We'll play 2 by 20-minute periods. You see Western Australia had a loss and a draw. They're the First Nations Gems drawing there. They were our finalists last year, Western Australia and the First Nations Gems. They went to Golden Point. It's New South Wales country that are setting the pace this year, and we'll look at the team list firstly with Western Australia. See them in the background, about to make their way out onto Bob Singh Oval for our first national final. El Warren's the fullback, Alex King and Tian Barnett in the back 5. Ariana Hira, the halves, Juraya Taya, Heather Mato, Mahangi A. Rangi Clare, Teirahana Wall, Annika Stevens, Pauhai Pomare and Sinead Gilmore-Spence complete the starting side. Hua Swinnell, Michaela Turner-Wallace, Ramata Toa completing their side. As they make their way out, Western Australia, the defending champions in the open age women's, but New South Wales country, the team to beat in the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship for 2022. We'll have a look at New South Wales country, how they line up. Shannon Rose, the fullback, Georgia Holden and Krista Lee Smith, the wingers. Jessica Gentle, a try-scoring machine this tournament in the centres with Caitlin Shoulders. Olivia Glanville and Brooke Carter, the halves. Ashley Bills and Ella Pateau, the front row. Sian Filippo, the hooker, the back row. Josie Strong, Macy Carlisle and Melanie Watherson, impressive at lock as well. Terry Lee Van Wyck, multiple tries this tournament. Caitlin Andrews, Sarah Dimmick and Katrina Latu complete their side. So beautiful conditions here on the Gold Coast, as we have had for all 4 days of the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship. We're touching on 20 degrees and a good crowd coming in for the first of our 2 finals. The Under-19 National Final will immediately follow this, New South Wales City and the Queensland Rubies. So we have Cameron Stallard down on the sideline. We might go down to him now. Cameron, what's the atmosphere like down there?
Yeah, it's a great 4th and final day of the Harvey Norman National Women's Championships here. A big occasion for both sides in this open women's final, particularly for Western Australia, who typically wouldn't see too much footy happening, across, given it's typically an AFL-dominated state, but it's great to see these ladies out in force. One particular player who's probably made a fair way, a journey from, because she's from Emerald initially, is Arnica Kay for WA, who I believe's over in WA now with study and work. So it's great to see her coming back, I guess, to our home state, Queensland, and down here on the Gold Coast. Conditions, though, 18 degrees at the moment. So New South Wales
country make their way out on the side.
No, I'm not sure.
So New South Wales country will start favourites courtesy of their 5 wins, undefeated this campaign. I mentioned their victory over Western Australia, 14 points to nil on day 2, but as we've said, it matters little. Everything that's come before now.
Grand finals are a total new ball game. You know, WA will actually be out here for redemption, so I think we're going to have a cracking game on our hand.
Looking forward to it. Adam Santarossa and Meg Ward in commentary. And Stallard on the sideline. Off we go. Our first national final for the Harvey Norman Women's Championships. They need to be clean here, Western Australia, and they aren't. Country with the perfect start. We mentioned there may be some nerves around, perhaps an early sign of them.
Yeah, definitely. Those ones, especially on the kickoffs, you've got to catch them on the full because you just never know where that bounce is going to go. You can see they let it bounce and they just struggled to get a hold of it after that. Cracking chance here for New South Wales country.
So they'll start their set. 25 out from the line. Do they send it in the direction of Jessica Gentle? She's the leading try scorer in the open women's. Look for Filippo to potentially scoot from dummy half as well. Watterson, the first receiver. Now Carter. Here is Gentle. Her first look at the footy. Immediately attracts 4 Western Australian players to halt her run. So an early defensive work for Western Australia. Can New South Wales country strike first? Watterson's another that really shone this tournament. Plenty of emerging stars putting their name up in lights. Carter. Glanville takes it to the line, pokes the head through as well, couldn't get the arm free. WA just holding on here. We have a Western Australia player down. So first the error, now walking wounded early.
Not a bad little set from New South Wales country. They're just playing it nice and simple, not pushing anything. Poked her head through there. Unfortunate not to break through. Good defence from WA. You can see them really shooting off their line nice and early. They're bringing a lot of energy off the back of that mistake.
Not good news for WA. Jerea Turner is the player down, and she's really been a leading light for them this tournament. Run through the results while we have a chance. New South Wales country started with an 18-0 win over Northern Territory, then 14-0 over Western Australia. Took until their third game to concede a try. 10-4 they defeated Victoria, and then 16-0 over the ADF. And a tight one yesterday, 4-0 over the First Nations Gems. Country were already into the final going into that game, so chose to rest some players. Western Australia, I mentioned that draw they had with the First Nations Gems, and a couple of tough wins yesterday, 4-0 over Victoria and 4-0 over the Northern Territory. But as we've said, the form guide, you can pretty much throw it out the window for a final. And here is that contact again. Yeah,
Ooh.
Some friendly fire. Just the hip of Taya Wall.
Nearly looked like a little bit of a double elbow to the face from the attacker and then her own defender as well.
It's been
which looked a little bit nasty.
Certainly physical across these 4 days. We've had some heavy hits and unfortunately some injuries mounting over those days, and hopefully not a serious one here. But reminder of what's to come. Under-19 national final to follow. New South Wales City and the Queensland Rubies. We saw New South Wales City blow away the Sapphires 40 points to 0, which was the most comprehensive win in the pool stage. And the Rubies, defending champs. So certainly one to watch there. What are we expecting out of the under-19s?
I'm excited. There's so much talent coming up. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be a part of the Queensland Under-19 State of Origin coaching side, so I've been involved with the selecting. So I've been really heavily watching the games, and I'll tell you what, we've got a cracking game next. City look well structured, play really well. Here's Jerea just getting bored off, unfortunately. Bit of a head knock, it looks like. Hope she's okay. She's one of the star players.
Yeah, we mentioned her tournament, a couple of tries on day one. Involved heavily in what they do. So an early blow, not yet played 2 minutes, and not only are they on defensive duties, but they're down one of their star players. Michaela Turner-Wallace looking like being the replacement. And strap yourself in for this one. We play 2 by 20-minute periods in the final. Defending champs WA under some early pressure against New South Wales country. Form team of the pool stage, 5 from 5 for them. Surging early, they put it through the hands. Carter shows it to the line. Dummy steps off to right. She should score here. She'll put her on a platter for Gentle. Yet another try for the centre. And New South Wales country score first. No surprise, it's Jessica Gentle.
What an effort from Brooke Carter there, just doing a show and go. Took straight through the line. I think she could have scored herself, but like you said, put it on a platter for Gentle to dive over. Great start. They've had all the pressure since that kickoff.
Her 6th try of the tournament, Jessica Gentle. And here's the replay.
Great little show and go here from Brooke Carter. Sold the defence. Defence just went out early. And gentle, not being gentle with the points. Scoring all weekend.
Yeah, every time
Great
she's
try
touched
there.
it this tournament, it looks like something's going to happen. She really has that X factor.
Yep. Just a nice, simple play there. Great show and go. Saw the defence turned out, held on to it. And then a really unselfish play there to put a teammate in the corner.
So Gentle will attempt to do the converting as well. See the camera shot. You don't get much closer. Can she bend this one around? It's hooking, and hooking a little too much. So waved away. It remains New South Wales country in the lead by 4 points to 0. In our Open Women's, our first final from the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship.
Stay right on side. Turn your right. Stay behind.
So Western Australia, not the start they wanted. An error off the kickoff, an injury. They concede first points. They hand possession back to country, and there's an error of their own. Caitlin's shoulders just knocking on, so door open for WA.
Don't know if that was part of the plan. You could see her looking short. She managed to find it just in front of that number 4 there, and let's see what WA can do here. They haven't had a chance. They've kind of been stuck on their line since New South Wales country kicked off, so let's see what they can do here.
And without Jaria Turner, who looks to have a serious injury, forced into a reshuffle in the half, so see what they can conjure in their first look with the footy. Ariana Hiraharangi looks to have moved in the middle. She is their X factor. So they spin it to the right. Turner Wallace. Play it 30 out from the line. Pamare to dummy half. Half break here for Mato. She fights all the way to the 20. The country right back on defence after scoring points. To the right they swing it. Now defending champs, can they hit straight back with points of their own? They run a short side play. Last tackle now. They go for points or try for the repeat set. Stevens crossfield kicks a dangerous looking one. Gentle's on the scene, but well done in the end by Crystal Lee Smith. Penalty. So they didn't roll away, and that will help piggyback country up the field. But first set for Western Australia, not a bad one.
Yeah, not a bad set. They got to the kick, but what a take by Crystal Lee Smith. She over the top of the pack. That was really good hands by her. That's your job as a winger, is to take those high kicks under pressure, and she nailed that one. And now they've got a penalty off the first tackle, and they're on their way up the other end.
Duarte's joining us. The Open Women's National Final. Finals day in the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship. New South Wales country tops the pool. After the pool games, Western Australia in second spot. Western Australia defending champs. Beat the First Nations Gems last year in Redcliffe. We needed golden point to decide us on that occasion. Is it needed again? Tight stuff early. It's Glanville. Turns it inboard. Bateau plays it. Country had it their own way for much of the pool stage. Not so on this occasion, as Carter just turns it inboard. Good offload. Good second phase from New South Wales country. Still they charge through the line through Rose. Will she back her pace to run around the fullback? She does exactly that. Goes under the sticks. Country had their second, and out of nothing, Shannon Rose extends the lead.
Great little offload there by Josie Strong, number 11 for New South Wales country. Drew in the defence, just managed to pop her hand out, got the offload, and number 1, Shannon Rose, with her speed, with a broken defence line, just managed to carve through. Great effort there. See the replay. See how she's drawn all the defence in there, a bit broken. They've turned their backs, running backwards, and number 1, Rose, just with the speed, managed to find a gap. Great strength there to palm them off. Run all the way through under the posts. Great start by New South Wales country. WA have to go back behind and reset here.
Well, for the adversity that they've gone through, WA They give away a penalty. They let Country march up the other end, and to their credit, Country turn it into points.
Which they've been really good at. I think if you want to have a crack at beating this New South Wales countryside, you can't give away penalties, especially up that end of the field. That's kind of where you want to try and keep them to give yourselves a chance. So WA have to work on their discipline now.
So Gentle converts. Let's throw it down to the sideline. Cameron Stallard's with us.
Yeah, great show of speed there from Shannon Rose, the fullback for New South Wales Country. It's a beautiful day at Pizzey Park, 18 degrees currently, a top of 21 degrees. I know it is winter, but I brought the coat initially, but I might be calling for the sunscreen soon because it is a rather warm day. Partly cloudy, 11 kilometres an hour breeze from left to right in your screen, but it's not playing too much havoc down here at the moment. Just to confirm too, with WA, Jerea Turner is off for a HIA, so I'll come back to you with news whether she'll pass or fail that one a little bit later.
Well, New South Wales Country enjoy a 2-try lead on the scoreboard. They're not enjoying things off the kickoff. That's their second error.
I think we've had 3 kickoffs, 3 errors, so seems to be where, if you're looking for a turnover, that's where it might come from at the moment.
There are nerves around. Of course, a final big stage, perhaps the biggest game some of these players have played in terms of rugby league. So, of course, going nationwide on KO Sports and NRL.com as well. Adam Santarossa, Meg Ward and Cameron Stallard in commentary. Enjoying this one, our first national final, under-19s national final to follow. Can Western Australia find their first points today? Had some injury concerns and some ill discipline as Warren has them 10 out from the line. Gilmore Spence from dummy half. Turner Wallace. Lined out to the right. Pomare can have a look from dummy half. Gilmore Spence turns it inboard. Fighting is Matteau. She's a metre out from the line. The best chance Western Australia have had. Cued out to the right. They fire it through the hands. Ravatudi helps it on. Still fighting. Hira Harangi. She is their leading try scorer. They're going to give away a penalty here. Stripped with multiple players in the tackle. Perhaps a tactical penalty just to slow the play down. Matteau's fighting forward again. Good defence. 3 in the tackle from New South Wales Country. First real test for them today. Spinning out of it is Butler. Play it centimetres from the line. Tense stuff in the early moments of this first half. Stevens looking for support. One-on-one tackle from Carter there. Again, they go to the right. Propping is Gilmore Spence as she looks to offload. Watterson met her one-on-one. They'll send it out to the left now. They have numbers. The pass had too much on it, and it's going to beat everyone out over the sideline. El Warren. There was urgency to get it wide, but just not the end result.
Yeah, I don't think that was the option there. I feel like WA looked really dangerous then when they were just running hard, direct lines. The last couple of tackles, they looked like they just got a bit disjointed and no one was running any good hard lines. I feel like that's where they're going to win, not those long loopy passes. Just run hard, strong lines through. That's how you'll get through New South Wales Country.
They have looked a little disjointed as well without Jerea Turner there, as Cameron mentioned, currently going through a HIA. So, for their sake, they will hope she can return.
Yep. Cameron down there with the tanning oil on. Looking good in this sunshine.
Well, we can't ask for much more in terms of the rugby league we've seen over the 4 days. The weather's turned it on as well, as has this player, Jessica Gentle, leading try scorer with 6 in the open women's. Need to be clean here, Country. Brooke Carter doing the kicking, turning them around again. It's Tian Barnett under pressure, fumbling. She'll have to fight out of her own in-goal area. She's met by 2 New South Wales Country players. Flirts with the sideline as well. To her credit, she does manage to get out.
What a great effort by Barnett there. Didn't get the bounce that she wanted. Got a little touch, unfortunately, but awesome effort to spin and get out.
She has stayed down after the fact as well, so perhaps up the flailing limb there. If you are just joining us, New South Wales Country, we're in the Open Women's National Final. New South Wales Country 5 from 5 in the pool stage. Western Australia, our defending champs. They did meet On day 2 of the tournament, New South Wales Country 14-0 winners. Jessica Jensel scored 2 on that occasion. Here you see the replay.
Great effort there to fight those 2 players and get back out. Oh, knee to the head. That one's going to hurt. That could potentially be another HIA. Drea Turner already failed one earlier, so they've lost her, unfortunately. And this could be another loss with Tian Barnett heading to the doctors to get tested, unfortunately. WA, a couple of players down. I think I looked at their starting lineup and it already looked like there'd been some huge shuffles. I don't know if that was on purpose or potentially some injuries, but looks like they've got their backs against the wall here.
Yeah, they did lose a couple of players yesterday as well. So, walking wounded early. New South Wales Country in control of this one. A reminder of what's to come. That under-19 national final, New South Wales City against the Queensland Rubies. New South Wales City 40-0. They defeated the Queensland Sapphires in their final pool game yesterday. It was a showdown for top spot. 5 first-half tries, 8 in all for City. They looked very slick. While the Rubies, they're the defending champs. They had a tougher time over New South Wales Country, but 22 points to 4. They prevailed in that one. So very much looking forward to that. As you mentioned, Meg, your involvement with Queensland under-19s. We are choosing State of Origin sides, so selectors and NRLW scouts potentially looking at these emerging players, and plenty of talent out here, of course, over the last 4 days.
Yeah, they're floating around everywhere, all around the field from all the different clubs. So this is definitely one of the big pathways now, especially for those girls outside Queensland, New South Wales. Little knock on there, which is really going to hurt WA here.
They've handed a full set, 10 out from their line. They need to withstand the pressure of New South Wales Country. The toe will play it. Right under the sticks, inside the 10. Soliola plays decoy. Carter helps it on. Rose with already a try today. Carter laid one on for Jessica Jensel. She's tackled. Monstered over the top, in fact. Trying to muscle up Western Australia. Here's Latu. She'll play it 5 out from the line. Big moment in the context of this one. Western Australia holding on. Glanville puts it down. So a relief for Western Australia. Country make the error.
They've had a really hard start, WA, but what I love there is their aggression in defence, getting up off the line, making New South Wales throw it or hold on to it. Awesome work by the girls. You can see them rushing up off the line here, putting that pressure on and making the number 6, Olivia Glanville, just have a little look, which took her eyes off the ball. Great defence there by WA. Now they just need to complete this set and get up the other end.
Yeah, mistakes have cost them early in this first half, and they've had to start most of their sets from this part of the field, fighting out of their own end. Country discipline's been pretty good this tournament. They don't generally let you piggyback out of your own end. See Carter, the halfback. Bring the body on the line as well. A lot of players in this countryside that play together in Newcastle and also on the Central Coast, so combinations is something they're enjoying. They're a settled side. It's another mistake coming out of their own end, though, for WA. More pressure to come for them to withstand. Nice play at the line. Dummy half is Dimmick. Does like to go on a scoot. Goes inboard to Latu. So inside the final 6 minutes, first half in our Open Women's final. Glanville takes it to the line. Rose with one today. Good footwork. Western Australia holding on to this point. The toe plays decoy. They go to a short side. Chance out wide to find their third. I think they've got there. Georgia Holden slams it down. Confirmation of that. They caught them napping on the short side. Georgia Holden extends New South Wales Country lead.
I absolutely love a little short side play. I think you're so much better off throwing 2 to 3 passes and scoring a try than trying to throw 6 to 7 going the long side. Great sight there. Boy, I didn't actually see who it was from New South Wales Country. Here we go. Number 18, Sarah Dimmick, Great little dummy, sold the defence, and then just to go out wide, great play by Caitlin Shoulders. Quick hands out to her winger, and a great conversion there by Holden in the corner.
Great.
There it is, sold the defence. Just enough to hold them up, draw the winger in. And a great finish there in the corner. Again, off the back of a mistake, though, that's what's killing WA if they want to have a crack in this game. Got to hold that footy coming out of their end. New South Wales country have converted every time. They've given them a little look in. They're a very structured team, like you said. They all play together, Adam, so those girls need to hold on to the footy.
So Jetzel's got a tough conversion right on the sideline. Slight breeze to contend with as well. Is this one going to have the legs? Flags raised, so Jessica Gentle, not only a try scorer, but converting from the sideline, and it makes New South Wales country's lead 16 points to 0. Let's go down to Cameron.
Yeah, quite impressive there, the conversion. I can see the sunscreen's been brought out too, not the tanning oil, Wardy, but I reckon I'll need the sunscreen, because if I put tanning oil on, I'll become a sun-dried tomato by the end of today. But look, a really good atmosphere here for this final day of the National Championships. You made a good point, Wardy, too, about WA needing to hold the footy. Currently, they're completing 2 from 6 as opposed to New South Wales 5 from 8. So that's their Achilles heel at the moment. If they can hold the footy, then that will do wonders, but this penalty on halfway is going to make things even more tougher from the guys from the West.
Yeah, it didn't go the 10, almost, but they've handed a penalty to New South Wales country, and it's another set which they'll start from inside the WA half. And a try here, 3 minutes remaining. It's going to be hard for our defending champs to defend this Open Women's title. Country have come flying out of the blocks in this first half. Injuries not helping WA's cause either. And as we said, completion rate needs some work as well as Dimmock goes out of dummy half. She's pulled down, 30 out from the line. They just need to hold in here, get to half time, reset themselves. Plenty of time to fight back, but they can't do it. They keep letting points in here. Strong plays it. Almost loses the jersey as well. Carter, Glanville to the line, cuts out Shoulders. Fights her way to the 10-metre line. They look ominous here, country. For Shannon Rose to chime into the line as well. She has their second try. 3 tries to 0 at the moment. Glanville does the kicking. Scuffed the kick, but worked its way to Strong anyway. Good offload as well. They help it on. Gentle will pick it up. Left the foot in there. There'll be a penalty. Was playing the ball and does go over to the WA counterpart just to apologise. Inadvertent. There's another WA player down.
Hopefully not another injury for WA. I think they're struggling for numbers down there on the bench. Might have to get my boots out soon, jump down and help them. Nah, I can't do that. Too injured for that. I'm too old for that now, Adam.
Better you than I.
Cameron's down there. Maybe he could do it.
Sorry, guys, I was just mid-conversation there because I've just got some good news here. Oh, she's in touch there, so WA will get the scrum feed here. Sorry, I was just mid-conversation. Good news, Jerea Turner has passed her HA, so she'll come back on very, very soon.
Yeah, massive on half-time to get that news. Positive for Western Australia. 16-0, not insurmountable, but they will need Jerea Turner to try to turn that around. As I said, so influential in what they've done to this point of the tournament. Swanell plays it. Has she lost it, though? We're going to play on. Country have possession. Those handling errors continue. See Jerea Turner on halfway, looking to come back on for the final 45 seconds of this one. Good offload. Rose away. Racing through the backfield again. No support. She may not need it. Scored a try earlier. Trying to reset their defensive line. Country applying massive pressure. Glanville's ball to Holden. Is that forward? It was. Well, let off the hook there big time, Western Australia. They just want to get to half time.
Very lucky there, I think, Western Australia, with that forward pass. They needed to hold them out before half time if they even want to have a crack next half. 16-0. That'll be tough, but at least there's hope there. There's definitely hope there. You can see when they're up the other end, they look good. They just have to complete those sets and get up the other end.
Well, the message at half-time will be hold the footy and wear a chance. But a fascinating first half concludes. New South Wales country 3 tries to 0. Let's have a look at these tries. 3 first half that have them in the lead. 16 points to 0. Our defending champs WA with some work to do. They'll talk it over in return. Let's look at those tries from the first half. And Jessica Gentle, she opened the scoring, her 6th of the tournament, and it was the work of the halfback before that, Brooke Carter, who, as I said, put it on a platter. Gentle crashes over. Been in everything this tournament.
Brooke Carter has had an absolute cracking tournament. You can see her experience. As soon as the defenders turn their shoulder out, she holds it and goes. Unselfish play, tips it onto the try-scoring machine. Gentle over. Great start to the game. That was their second set, I think.
And then the second try, Shannon Rose just exploding through the line. The work of Strong beforehand, impressive. There were 3 in the tackle and got a good offload. And then Shannon Rose, just look at the pace, the strength initially, just fending off tacklers. And then once she got clear, just running around the fullback under the post, and country had their second try.
Initially, I gave heaps of credit here to Josie Strong. Awesome effort to fight off the defenders and get that offload. Can see here, drop under, great little drop under. 2 defenders, they've even got their hands around the ball. She managed to get it out, get it off. But actually, Rose does a lot of work here. Great footwork, great fend, great strength to push through, and then just speed in the end takes her through under the post. Another great try.
That was 2 from 2 sets for New South Wales country as they capitalised on some Western Australian handling errors. And then Georgia Holden, nice short side play. Good work from shoulders to not only catch, draw her defender and pass. And Holden, as all good wingers do, finish well. 3rd try for New South Wales country.
Number 18, Sarah Dimmick, great sell there. Like you said, awesome hands there by shoulders, and Holden just pinned her ears back, dove for that corner. Great, perfect winger try, exactly what you want from your wingers.
Well, Holden thought she had a 4th, but it was a forward pass denying. At half-time, it's New South Wales country in command. They lead at 16 points to 0. A break from us when we return the second half between New South Wales country and WA in our Open Age National Final. Yes, welcome back to Pizzey Park on the Gold Coast. Finals day in the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship. Half-time in our Open Age Women's National Final. New South Wales country 16, Western Australia 0. Adam Santarossa and Meg Ward, Cameron Stallard in commentary as well. Meg, what do you make of that first period?
I mean, New South Wales country, credit to them. Every time they had an opportunity, they capitalised on it. But WA just unfortunately gave them too many opportunities. So WA definitely needs to tighten up those mistakes and hopefully convert some of their attacking opportunities.
So there is the scoreline at half-time. New South Wales country 3 tries to 0, 16 points to 0 they lead. What do you reckon the message is for WA? Is it a case of, let's just put that 20 minutes behind us and start again? What do you say to get them back into this game?
100%, that's my message. We're not out of this. It's only 3 tries, which very easy thing to do in 20 minutes. I can see these girls doing that. If they can get a quick one, there's every chance that they could roll off the back of that, get a bit of confidence. So just hold the footy, get to your kick, defend hard, get up and jam New South Wales country. They want to throw the ball around a bit, so just hold on to it, jam them hard, and then convert our opportunities up the other end.
Conversely, New South Wales country, is it just hold the footy, don't chance your arm too much, protect the lead, or just keep doing what you're doing?
To be honest, my message would be just keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes when you go to that just hold the footy mentality, you kind of start to drop off and kind of think that you've got the win. So my idea would just be keep having fun out there, enjoy the experience, enjoy the opportunity, throw the footy around a bit if you want. They've got some great speed and some great talent out there, so just keep enjoying it and use those girls.
Well, second half about to get underway. Our Open Age National Final. New South Wales country leading the defending champs, Western Australia, 16 points to 0. Reminder, the Under-19 National Final will follow this one. New South Wales City and the Queensland Rubies. That will be a blockbuster. Thanks for your company wherever you're watching. Adam Santarossa, Meg Ward and Cameron Stallard in commentary.
For those that watched the first half, WA actually, for all of their kickoffs, went short and targeted Caitlin's shoulders a bit. So I'm surprised that they went away from that because they got the ball back every time.
So it's Country trying to be mistake-free for their first set. Strong with another charge.
Right side here. Hold. Go 3.
Mentioned the nerves earlier. They should be gone now for the second half. Good defence. Strong over the top from WA. It was Heather Matteau. Now Carter will do the kicking early. Test at the back for Elle Warren. It's a test, she fumbles. It's Alex King who's put it down. Not the start they needed this second half.
No, that was the message. Hold on to the footy. So unlucky there. It was a great kick though. Credit to Brooke Carter. She's had a great kicking game this whole tournament. She put it up there. I don't know where the sun is out there, whether that's affected the catching down there of Alex King. Just straight through the breadbasket, unfortunately. But this is a big opportunity here. WA really need to hold them out.
So straight back to work. The good news is Drea Turner is out there for them. She had that HIA in the first half. Here's Glanville. Turns it inboard to Van Wyck. She's had her hand in a few tries this tournament. They can smell a fourth try and really extend this lead. And dominating the contest to this point, Latu brought down. 20 out from the line. Carter, been the architect of everything Country's done well in the first half. We played 2 20-minute periods. Still time for WA to rescue something. Glanville finds shoulders. 10 out from the line. They swing it to the left. Glanville slowing coming out. Western Australia, they put it through the hands. Holden already with one. Last tackle now. Gentle around the play, the ball as well. Glanville has to rush her kick. Might be 6 to go here. They may even get a try out of it. They are centimetres short. 6 more to Country. Backs potentially about to be broken again. Latu. We'll play it 3 out from the line. They're cued out to the right. Glanville. Carter, halves combined. I'll say it's backwards. Gentle. This is where she's great, from broken play. Off the right and left she goes, eventually brought down. Leading try scorer in our open women's. Now Smith, off her wing. Western Australia doing enough to keep New South Wales Country out. They don't want to concede first points in this second half. It'll be quite a mountain to climb from here. Glanville. Last tackle. Western Australia doing its job. Dimmick. Just grubbers in behind. Is it going to sit up for her? It's going to be a penalty to Country, so they're not off the hook yet for Western Australia.
WA pulling off some great scrambling defence. You can see they're looking a bit tight. I don't know how they'll go holding out another set. New South Wales Country so structured in everything you can do. You can see Glanville and Carter out there barking orders around and telling the girls where to go. That's what good teams need, is good leaders, and you can see those two really stepping up and leading the girls out there.
Bateau will play it. 3 out from the line. 3rd straight set on their try line, Western Australia. Brave defence. You just sense it's going to break with this pressure. Glanville might do it on her own. Dummies. Promotes the footy. It's still there for them. Such strike in the attacking line. Rose, Gentle, Glanville and Carter. Again, she keeps it to 5'8". Dimmick. Swinging out to the right. Somehow they hold on. 16-0 Country. Looking for more points. Carter will now send it out wide. Cuts out Gentle. Smith can catch. Can she put it down in the corner? Does she get there? I think they have their 4th try. Confirmation of that. And the pressure finally pays. It's Krista Lee Smith scoring for Country.
Great little try there. Awesome cutout pass by Carter. She could see that the winger had rushed in, threw it over the top, gave Smith some early ball, which, as you can see, was able to convert. Great little effort. Here we go. Big pass there to spread them. Wingers come up, and she saw that, so she threw the long ball. Great pass. And then just pure strength here by Smith to dive over. Drag the defender with her a couple metres. and then get the ball down.
Well, you'd be impressed with the finishing of these wingers today. Still some work to do.
Absolutely, yeah. Had a defender grab her about 7 metres out there, and she still had a lot of work to do. Got it down cleanly and easily in the end. WA definitely not the start that they would have been looking for, unfortunately. But New South Wales country, again, they're capitalising on these opportunities. Even though WA is making the mistakes, it's up to New South Wales country to convert them, and they've just got such a well-structured, drilled team.
So it's going to be Jessica Gensel. She converted from the sideline in the first half. Can she do it again here? She does have a bit of a breeze to contend with. Not a bad connection, and it's going to hit the woodwork. So it remains 20 points to 0. Western Australia have quite a job ahead of them to defend their title. Let's go down to Cameron.
Yeah, they certainly do. It's going to be tough with just under 14 minutes remaining to catch up that 20-point lead. Just the messages out of the sheds or the huddles at half-time from New South Wales and Coach Russell Grigg. He spoke about squaring up on the edges in defence particularly. It is interesting him making that point, given that all their tries so far have come on the edges, with the four tries they've scored coming on the flanks. He also spoke about their effort in defence, and the aim for them will be keeping that WA scoreline 2-0. For WA, prior to half-time, they spoke about just sticking with their sets and, you know, believing in themselves that the game isn't going to be lost. Of course, they are the defending premiers, so they've just got to trust their systems. It is tough, though, but they should take some credit there that they nearly defended 3 sets in a row, and this will help out the defending premiers.
Yeah, they have the footy, and they'll have a set inside New South Wales country half. And a good point you make, Cameron. They've only conceded 1 try in the pool stage to now, so they've been hard to break down, as Watterson gives you an example of that with a strong hit. But this is what they need, footy and field position. It's a bit higher on Alex King. To her credit, quick up to play it. Can they find points and find a way back? 12.5 minutes remain. If you're just joining us, our National Open Women's Final. First final here on day 4, the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship. Adam Santarossa, Meg Ward, Cameron Stallard in commentary. Turner spins it to the right. It's a double knock on, and they'll say first touch from Hira Harangi, who we hardly have cited today. She is their excitement machine.
Unlucky here, WA. They're finally running some hard, strong lines. It was a great line, actually, their run by Hira Harangi. Unfortunately, just couldn't hold on to the footy. But also, looking on the other side, New South Wales country, we talk about their attack and how structured they are, but awesome defence there again, jamming and scrambling for each other. And if you want to win a competition, I believe it comes down to your defence, and you can see that from these girls, that they've got a great defensive line too.
Yeah, they don't give you much, do they, New South Wales country, both in attack and defence, and they're searching for more points as they, a little sloppy coming out of their own end. Carter promotes the footy. It's a couple of back-to-back mistakes for New South Wales country, and just as I say, they don't give you much. They're giving possession back to Western Australia, 30 out from their own line.
Could this be the turning point that WA have been looking for? I think 11 minutes to go. They need to convert this if they want an opportunity to come back and make this a tight game. So let's see what they've got here.
Reminder of those tuning in, the Under-19 National Final immediately following this one, New South Wales City and the Queensland Rubies. The Rubies, the defending champs, City, the form side of the competition. 40-0 demolition of the Sapphires to register that place. Here's Hira Harangi. Stand out for WA this tournament. She'll play it 10 out from the line. Are there points coming? Turner certainly can provide that. King on a sweep play. Still fighting towards the line. Eventually stops. 2 out from it. Pomare for dummy half. Turner dummies. Strong over the top. 2 of them cruncher. Van Wyck involved. A little slow in getting up. They've got them stretched if they can put it through their hands, though. Is this the moment for Western Australia? They'll go close. They're short, though.
Short side, they've got numbers. Can they get it quick enough?
3-on-1. Pomare skirts from dummy half.
I think she's got it.
Well, Western Australia, they want to claim it. They're telling her to play it. A little sloppy out the back. Still there for Western Australia. Matteau New South Wales Country. Desperate defence from them. Last tackle now. They'll send it high. Test for Holden. And does it well. And caught in goal. So they'll be out to the 20. And tick for the defensive work of New South Wales Country.
I think they were unlucky there. I think she got it down. I think she had it on the line, but unfortunately was out of the eyesight of the ref and she couldn't see it. But great defence from New South Wales Country again. Let's see how they go working out here.
Well, they need to hold the footy as well. They've turned it over the last 2 times they've had it. Filippo plays it on halfway. Don't want to invite Western Australia back into this game, leading 20 points to nil. They've got just under 9 minutes. Bills gets them out over the 40. 30, I should say. Is there more points coming to New South Wales Country? Can they try to ice this one? Van Wyck, 2 tries already the tournament. Wants one herself. Good one-on-one tackle from King. She did have support on her outside. Chose not to use them. No markers. They may pay a price for that. Country over the line, but they're held up. Well, to use a boxing analogy, they're on the ropes, Western Australia.
Aren't they ever? You can see that they're hurting, but they keep showing up. Even over the line defence, holding them up. Great attack from New South Wales Country.
So they'll spin it out to the right. Watterson at second receiver. Carter. Rose, one today. Good footwork. Gentle, also a try scorer. Does she use Smith or pin the ears back and go to the corner herself? Jessica Gentle has a double. New South Wales Country have another try.
Great effort and footwork there by Rose. To me, she's been a bit of a standout for this New South Wales Country this game. Gentle with another try. Cracking tournament for her. She'll be looking to convert this from the sideline too. We'll have a replay coming up right now. Great effort by the halves to spread it, see where the space is. Little basketball hoop pass over the top there by Rose for Gentle to pin her ears back. Like you said, just so much speed out there. As soon as there was a little bit of space, Rose and Gentle were always going to have a lot of fun out wide. Just composed and great footwork there by Rose. Pop over the top, even with the little swish finish of the hand to Gentle. Big dive in the corner. They're having fun out there. That's when you play your best footy. You can see them getting around each other. Big kick by Gentle here. I actually really like her conversion style.
Yep, 7 tries for her this tournament as well, and pretty handy goal kicker. We saw her converting from the sideline, hitting the woodwork last time. Chance to extend this lead to 26 points to nil. Not much of a breeze to contend with. Connection again, but they'll be waved away this time. Let's go down to Cameron on the sideline.
Yeah, they're starting to run away here, New South Wales Country, with 6.5 to go. I think that, with WA, I think the game is all but gone now for them. But it's probably now speaking about bringing a bit of pride in the jumper. They spoke about there's plenty of belief there, and if they can just hold out and really work hard on their D, which they talked about at the halftime break, and keep this score at 24-0, you never know the pressure will mount. They've been good in patches, but then they just fade away a little bit. So it's probably about just really focusing on those 1%ers and plenty of effort in this final 6 minutes to come home strong and hopefully put a couple of points on the board.
So it's Country who work out again. Penalty and incorrect play of the ball. So Western Australia will get the penalty. You heard the referee instructing, saying you've got to make an effort to play it. Ashley Bill's the culprit, and they'll start their set. Western Australia 10 out from the line. 5.5 remaining in this one. If you're just tuning in, we're in the Open Age National Final. First of 2 finals this afternoon. New South Wales Country in command over Western Australia. Western Australia, their best chance at points. Pomare plays a short ball. Country only conceding the 1 try in the pool stage. They want to keep them at 0. You can see them muscling up in defence as they continue that line speed, racing out. Stevens takes it to the line. Good ball, good angled run from Swanell. They've got them to the right. Turner has it, will send it that way. Hiraharangi the target, King takes 4 to stop her.
Alright, last one, 30, Nico.
Last tackle now.
Go nothing late.
Catch and pass. Need a kick at the end of this set. They haven't got there, so perhaps a bit of miscommunication. Still they wait for their first points.
Another great set in defence by New South Wales Country. I've said it multiple times, but I think that's the difference between these two teams. New South Wales Country just really defending their line strong. WA, unfortunate there. They had a good setup, but just couldn't get to that kick.
Move now. Hold here. And hold.
So Gentle will play it.
Go one. Good.
She has doubles in 3 games now this tournament. No hat-trick as yet, so something she'll be chasing in these last 4 minutes. It's Country in command, 24 points to 0. More smiles on the sideline for those in the Country colours. Glanville, dummy, puts her head through the line, didn't have much support.
Wait.
Now Holden turns ball player and shoulders. Eventually brought down on the last, just shy of halfway. Do they chance their arm? They're lined up to the right. Glanville will just do the kicking. Turn them around again, Western Australia. It's a bobble, but well taken. And they can start their set, 40 out from their own line.
Go one.
They have had some injury concerns this tournament. Forced a bit of a reshuffle. No Withus in their last 2 games, their halfback, so
Hold here.
makeshift halves pairing. Credit to them for getting this far.
Alright.
Looks as though New South Wales Country are going to take the title.
All the way. And hold. Go 3. How's that?
Can they end their tournament with some points?
11 here. All the way. Go forward.
Turner takes it to the line. Swanell,
Alright, last one.
strong carry on the last. A kick from 30 out. Stevens doing that. Turning Smith around, but comfortable under the high ball. She will run it back. Try scorer today.
Okay, up now. 10 here, number 6.
5 unanswered tries
Go one.
for New South Wales Country. They're a couple of minutes away from a celebration.
14 up the legs.
They've
Maintaining.
definitely been the standout this competition, New South Wales Country. And I think the exciting thing, Adam, is that the talent coming out of these two teams, with potentially 2 to 4 teams coming in next year in the NRLW, I can easily see some of these girls slotting into those positions, which is so exciting and why we love this competition.
Good to see Western Australia up here, of course, a developing rugby league state, winning this competition last year. So development on truly firing out west. Country looking for more points to put an exclamation mark on this victory. Last tackle now. We've got 90 seconds before they start a celebration. Gentle, she'll do the kicking and the chasing. There's a foot race on if the bounce is kind. Mentioned she wants that hat trick that's denied her so far.
What can't she do, Gentle? Little chip and chase, goal kicker, score trying machine. She's got it all going on.
I think the confidence helps, and 24 points to 0. You can chance the arm.
9 now. 10 all the way here.
So
Go 3.
they're not going to defend the crown they won last year. They had to go to Golden Point to defeat the First Nations Gems in Redcliffe. This year, it's New South Wales Country who have been red hot. They went 5 from 5 in the pool stage, and they've continued that dominance here in the final. Been brave Western Australia, but outclassed a little. Turner, one of those in the injury ward so far. They're going to find the sideline. They will try to keep it alive as Hiraharangi, another who's stood out for them this tournament,
Wait.
saying it came off country, but it will be the New South Wales side who will finish this game with the footy, you feel.
Where's Gentle? Do you think they're looking for a little trick play here? 15 seconds to go. What do they got?
She's out on the right wing. I would be floating infield if I was looking for a hat trick, but
There's a bit of space out there. I wouldn't mind seeing one of the halves getting their hands on the footy here maybe and doing a little dink over the top for her, but I think that's time.
Will be the final play. Siren about to sound. They can kickstart their celebration. New South Wales country are the open age national champions in the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship. Too good for Western Australia, our defending champs. They have done it in some style, and look what it means to them. 24 points to nil. They were 5 from 5 in the pool stage. They've continued that dominance. And as you said, there are some real stars of the future amongst those ranks. Jessica Gentle, we touched on her. 7 tries this tournament. That's a name you will see up in lights in the future. Potentially in the sky blue of New South Wales in the coming weeks. We mentioned the New South Wales teams to come. Our under-19 final will follow. New South Wales City and the Queensland Rubies, our national final. But before then, we will crown our first champions, which will be New South Wales country.